Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing today? Welcome to another live day trading session. I'm your host, Johnny. Guys, I did not show up yesterday because I was sick. I still am sick. I don't know if you could hear it. If you guys even want to tolerate the sound of my voice today. But I'm definitely sick today, guys. So I do apologize about that. I was so sick yesterday. There was no way I could have came on this live stream yesterday. I was coughing, sneezing, I had mucus and stuff. Anyways, graphic, right? I had too much stuff going on yesterday. But yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to go live. We are about an hour behind schedule, but I have been trading today, guys. I have been trading this morning on my phone. Probably not the best idea, but yeah, I've been trading on my phone this morning, lying in bed, wishing I felt better, obviously. But yeah, excited to be here with you all. A little later, we are up $66, about 3.5% on the day right now. Testing this previous pre-market resistance, and we had some areas of consolidation at $17.30. For all of you just tuning in, we are trading LUNR, L-U-N-R. They do have a space launch coming up, or they just launched, or they're going to be launching today or something like that. But from lows of 1450 to highs of 1730, nice little swing trade from yesterday, 18% on a swing trade. So right now we're looking and watching to see if this does break above 1730. Are we going to make more profits, or are we just going to, just let this sell off, and we'll just move on from there. I'm excited to see what happens. Also, Bitcoin is at a low, 87,700. It's a very the lowest it's been in quite some time, guys. We're trading LUNR today. Overall stocks, let's take a look at the market. QQQ is up a little bit, retesting. Now LUNR is definitely going to play off of this, so if we can make slightly new high on QQQ today, then we can see LUNR push up just a little bit more. So we're going to be paying attention to that. Crypto today is at 87,000. It's going to be testing that moving average, and everyone, when I called this out, everyone was like, well, no, there's no way it can go back down that far. And it's like, well, I mean, it can. It has before, right? Every time it gets overextended, it comes back down and it tests that moving average. Overbought, comes back down. Overbought, comes back down, tests the moving average. Goes back up, tests that 45-day moving average. So are we going to get this to test the 45-day moving average at 80,000 on the weekly scale, or are we going to get this to test 80,000 on the daily time frame? Either way, guys, it's going to happen, and we're either going to bounce off these levels and consolidate the way we were in this area. Do you see that? Between 50 and 70, or it's going to bounce and skyrocket back up to 109. But you're definitely going to want to pay attention to Bitcoin right now, because these will be the opportunities to buy when it does begin to go up. Who do we got in the chat room? Major, good morning. Brenda, that is my aunt Brenda. Hello, auntie. What platform are you trading on? WEBULL. This is the WEBULL platform. If you've never used WEBULL, you can get up to 75 free shares. That's free money by signing up with my link below. It's in the description. But depending on how much money you deposit, you have up to 75 free shares. I believe if you deposit even just $1, you will get, I think, 15 to 20 shares. And the last time one of our LTE members signed up, they got over $200 in free money just for signing up with the WEBULL brokerage platform. So hope that helps, Aunt Brenda. Thanks for tuning in. That's really cool. We are trading LUNR today. Space launch, guys. I'm up $68 so far in less than like 30 minutes. I just got up around 8 o'clock today, not feeling well, so I slept in a little, but definitely pushing up. Now, SMCI is another one we need to talk about today, guys. SMCI is another one, guys. They were late to file their 10K, and then they're basically, yeah, they're still delayed. We still don't know about SMCI, but we were trading it, we were watching it, and we even had some money in on it till recently. But super micro surges after co-file long delayed annual report, so they delayed it again. They just simply delayed that report again, guys. It is above the moving average now, though, right? A nice retracement. It's sold off from $66 to $43. And then pushed from $43 to $58, guys. It was a 34% move overnight. We were able to catch a little bit of that, making about 200 bucks. Nothing too crazy, but man, what? I don't normally trade overnight, guys. It just so happened I was holding a position. Averaged down and was able to get out. LUNR pushing up to 17. Okay, we're back up to 17. We are still above our moving averages, right? We've been waiting for this 3 stages of reversal to set up. As you can see, the first stage here at 2240, it has strong sign of rejection. It found some consolidation at 1450s and has been pushing up ever since. This is the third stage of the 3 stages of reversal, which is confirmation, the confirmation period. It's making new highs, higher highs and higher lows. It's above the moving averages, indicating signs of it being bullish, and that's what we want to see. Anytime it's above these moving averages, like this, and it stays above, that means it's bullish. When it crosses over, we will get bearish markets and a lot of selling pressure. So we want to make sure we're on the right side of this. Okay, we're going to be retesting that moving average again, up $80 in less than 30 minutes, guys. Super, super grateful, super blessed. And I'm still sharing links. I'm still trying to share my links around. So let's see if this breaks 1730. I do believe it can, as it has had a lot of selling pressure over the last couple of days. So I do see an opportunity for this to bounce. But again, we have to understand that there are resistance levels and that they don't necessarily have to be broken. Okay, this can actually get rejected, come back down to $16 and retest the 200-day moving average. It could also come back down to support levels from yesterday to 1450. Now, I don't believe that's the case, but again, we're going to be watching this and paying close attention. We may even start locking in some profits up at 1730 if it gets rejected again. We're up 4% on the day, 4%, and you could do this with any amount. It doesn't have to just be $1,000. It could be $10,000, right? You'd be up 700 bucks today. I know a guy who trades with $100,000. So just whatever you're comfortable with trading, right? But 4% is big. 4% is a big move. We aim to make anywhere from 1 to 2% a day on our total position size here on the channel. So anytime we could go over 2% is a fantastic day indeed. On my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I actually put the SMC filings on there so you can take a look. Basically, they failed to report their most recent filings, and yeah, we're still waiting for the 10K form on that. Okay, so we spread our links to Discord, Instagram, and now we're gonna go to our Facebook group. And we're going to share our link there. And then we're done sharing links. We're just hanging out. We're trading. Waiting for this to either break above or below. We're being patient. Feel better? Thank you. Thank you. Major, I had a good day shorting Tesla yesterday. Uh-oh, Major. Nice. Shorting Tesla. I think we're going to start shorting some stuff as well this year. I think that's a good idea. You know, when there's a bear market, instead of waiting for it to recover, join the bears and start shorting the market with them. You know what I mean? There's no point waiting for the market to recover when it's in a bear market. A bear market could be a week, a month, a year. Why not take advantage? Why not take advantage of it? You're so right. We are live. Can you believe I'm still sharing links? I get carried away talking and then totally forget to share my links around. And I'm sick. I'm just going to blame everything on me being sick today, guys. Although we can't say I'm sick. We got to say I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Right? We can't say what you are or you'll stay sick. So, I'm healthy. It's only the thing I had since short apart from crowd. Crowd was amazing. And that, oh my God, crowd. Guys, we got to bring up crowd. This thing has been selling off. Look at this thing. Went up from 332 to 457, and over the last, what, maybe week or two, it sold off 20% in 7 days. Now it's finding some support here. You know, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. It is finding a bit of that support. As you can see, previous consolidation in that level here. A lot of consolidation. When it trades horizontally, I love these horizontal patterns. I freaking love them. Because you could buy the low and you could sell the high. And then when you get a significant breakout, you can hold this thing until it breaks out. Now it's back down, testing a key support level and pushing up. It's going to test 404. If it could break 404, it can get back up to 440s, 450s very easily. If it can't break this level, the moving average here, then it will actually get rejected and we'll see lower lows. So I'm pretty excited to see what happens with crowd. We've been watching it for quite some time. And just happy to be a part of that movement, just to kind of see and be paying attention to it. SMCI getting rejected. Look, see, getting rejected off that moving average. So SMCI should be in a selling off period today. LUNR pushing up. Again, trying to test 1730, maybe even 1720 now. Now, if this begins to get rejected, we're just going to get out, right? We're going to lock in our $76. We could even set a stop, say for 100 shares. Let's say like 50 shares. We could set a stop. Come on. Cut it out. What are you doing? There we go. You know, we could set a stop for like, say, 16.99. And then that's how we could really lock in profits. Guys, for everyone who is not aware, this is the WEBULL platform, okay? And if you're interested, now I want you to know too, you can have multiple brokerages. Don't feel like you're, you're disowning your other brokerage or you can never use it, right? You can have multiple brokerage companies. I do. I have up to 4 brokerage companies right now. I have WEBULL, Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, because I used to love their Thinkorswim platform. It's just like the WEBULL platform. So if you have TD Ameritrade, you don't necessarily need WEBULL, right? Just saying. And I also have Moomoo, and well, I have another account too. That's more long term, but anyways, those 4 I use on a pretty regular basis. You know, my Robinhood has some crypto holdings and all my monthly paying dividend stocks in there. That's where I like to hold it and track it separately from my day trading and swing trading account, which I use on WEBULL. I just love the constant updates. They're constantly creating better, just better systems, better quality behind their platform on this. And Robinhood, I like it because it's like a little video game, right? That's where I invest my crypto. Like right now, it's at 87. I'm buying. Was I buying at 100,000, 105, and 109? No, I was selling at those points. I was taking a little bit off the top at those levels. When everyone's buying because they're, they missed out on that bull run, it's sad, man. It's sad. We got to think differently. We got to think differently about things. We really do. I was thinking about that today. Everyone's buying at 109 because they want to catch it to 200. But where were they when it was at 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 75,000? Now it's at 109, 105. They're buying, and now it's selling off. Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, that was a horrible investment. I invested in Bitcoin once, and I lost money. It was one time. You invested one time, and you lost money. I could very clearly see some support here. And that's what makes a bad experience for new traders. They get in, they don't understand, they buy at the high, they sell at the low, they lose money, and they get out and they never trade again. Right? We want to buy when everyone's selling. And we want to sell when everyone's buying. We're going to see if this holds above 17. it could drop a little bit. You know, it could drop back to the moving average today, but I don't really want to hold this too much longer. I feel like we should just take our profits and run eventually. We are up double our profit or double our daily target goal, right? We only aim for 1 to 2% here for our total account size, and we're up almost 4%. So I say we might just, what do you guys think? Lock in some profits? There's another guy I know, and he'll ask his live streamers. He'll be like, "What do you think, guys? Should we lock in profits here?" And I think it's kind of funny because, I mean, ultimately it's up to me, right? Just like when you guys trade, it's up to you. Soundhound, what do you think? Soundhound, man. We'll talk about Soundhound in just a second here. I want to see what this does on the next candle. What are we doing on the 1 minute? You know what we're going to do? So that way we can showcase our stops. We're going to do a stop at 17. Sell stop at 17. That way, you know, hey, we just get familiar with it. We start using it more on here. We'll stop at 100. And we'll have 14 more shares if it pushes. 14 is an odd number, isn't it? SoFi. Now, yeah, I called SoFi out yesterday too, or the day before. Nice 3 stages of reversal playing out, finding that support level around 1340. Some consolidation as it made newer highs and highs. I set this for 1450 and it went off. So if this goes above 1450, I said that I would actually invest in this and let this go up to, you know, maybe even the moving average, which would be 15 or even $16 up here. Maybe even 17. Now, I did call out SoFi. Sound kind of the same, you know, starting with the same. You know, it had a high of $25. It's back at the previous support range of $8.50. So $8.50 is a great area to buy, whether you're a long-term investor, a swing trader, or even a day trader. $8.50 would have been the price to buy. And from now, even from yesterday to today, it's up 15% and it's crossed over that moving average. So if it continues to be bullish, I do have my alert set for $10. If it pushes above $10 on Sound, then I may consider investing. If SoFi holds above 1450, 1460, I'd say 1460, then I would consider investing and taking a trade on those. I'm trying to get into more swing trading along with day trading, kind of mix them into the match a little bit. I think that'd be really cool to do. And so that's what we're going to be doing this year. LUNR still holding at 17, but now it's starting to curl over on that MACD. Do you see this here? Still bullish, but starting to sell off a little bit. So what we're going to do is we have 100 shares at $17. It looks like it's about to take effect here. Does it, or does it push up? $17 stop, 1701. Here we go. We're about to get stopped. No, we're not. Let's go. Push up. I'd love to see this push up a little bit more. If we can get back up to 1730s, that'd be great. It looks like it tested a high of 1728 and got rejected. So, you know, it did test it quite a few times. 1 time, 2 times pre-market, 3rd time, it just couldn't get it, guys. Okay, so I got stopped out, 100 shares at 16.99. That's great. That's great. I got 14 shares left. We can ride it and see if maybe this does go up a little bit. As, you know, honestly, we probably shouldn't have even stopped ourselves out if it is going to go up from this level. We could have also had our stop a little lower, like 16.95, 16.90, just depending on whatever you're comfortable with, right? But I'm pretty comfortable with that. We're going to go ahead and sell the last 13 shares at market order at $17 even. Oh, I tried to buy. 13 shares at 17. It can go higher. Doesn't mean it has to, but I'm pretty comfortable. I'm pretty happy with our $60 or 3% on the day. I'm sick, not feeling good, so hey, that's how we're going to play it. All right, that's how we're going to play it today. So very happy with that trade. Keep our 1 lucky share for a few minutes just so we could, you know, do what we normally do. And hey, not bad. 20 minutes on the live stream, and not bad at all. Not a bad trade at all. Let's see if we can go to chart settings, show trade intervals. Yeah, it was a very easy trade. I traded when I seen progress, and then I sold, and hey, we locked in 60 bucks. That's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. All right, $60 on the day. What else are we going to look at today, guys? Nvidia does. Oh, let's talk about earnings. It is earnings week, earnings season. And I tell you what, we have some freaking earnings to talk about. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them. Let me try to zoom this in. So guys, we had Domino's, Him and Hers, Riot, Tempest, AI, Zoom. We had so many on Monday. It was insane. Berkshire Hathaway. Yesterday. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. Hope the quality's okay too. It looks like we're green all day. We have Starlink. We moved it to a different location, so now it seems to be a lot better. Anyways, yesterday we had Home Depot, Dr. Pepper, and Keurig. We had Krispy Kreme, Lucid, which is a car company, AMC. You guys all remember AMC and GME, right? We made some good money on those moves a couple years ago. And Kava. And then today before open, it was Lowe's. Pretty much that. I mean, you could say Advanced Auto Parts if you want, but pretty much Lowe's. And then after close today is Nvidia, and Nvidia is a market maker. They will determine whether the markets go up or down or sideways. There's also Snowflake, C3AI, Salesforce, Mara. Mara will be reporting earnings. And guys, these companies that have Bitcoin or that are Bitcoin holding companies, what are they going to report? Oh, we're holding Bitcoin, but it's down. Well, we all know that, right? And it's going to continue to go down. 1 second, please. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm a disgusting person. And then we have Root, okay? Those are all pretty impressive companies, Nvidia specifically. And then Thursday, just like Major was saying, we have SoundHound reporting their earnings. Dell, TD Banks is another one. And then Friday, Fubo TV. Guys, Fubo TV. We traded that. Made some decent money. Not bad. Bernie, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Up 3% on the day. 60 bucks. No way. Yes. Trading LUNR. And I'm glad we sold here, guys. Do you guys see that? Kind of that back nine. I mean, honestly, I should have stopped myself out down here, but I'm pretty sure that's where I bought more. CrowdStrike up 4%. The market's been selling off for a few days now. Jet AI. We traded Jet AI. Look at this. It's holding above its support level. Remember when we traded it from 5 to 9? I think we traded this even more. Didn't we trade this higher than that? Yeah, 11. It went from 2 to 8, and then from 4 to 11, came all the way down to 5, and then back up to 9. So, Jet AI. Very interesting. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're aiming for 100 today. We got up to, I think, 70 or 80, and I fell to lock in profits. So, gave back about 1%. Still happy. Still very happy, though. But yeah, at one point we were up like 4% on the day. I'm surprised I didn't just lock in profits there. SoFi also pushing up very nicely. A lot of stuff is up because how much it's sold off over the last few days. I mean, SMCI is up 18% today. Where? Like, it's up 18% from yesterday, maybe. 22%. They go off of where it closed, so it was like right around here. And they go off of where they open, or where it is currently. So it's up 18% from yesterday. But technically, I mean, it's down today, right? It opened around this area. Let's see, it opened at 54.13. So it's actually down 1% right now if you bought in at the open. Be careful with SMCI, guys. Be very careful with it. And SMCI is probably one of those companies I probably won't trade for a little while, maybe till after they report their earnings, just because of the volatility and the manipulation. SMCI already got in trouble once for basically fluffing the books, right? So who's to say they're not going to do it again? Plus, they're late on their filing, and then they're late on the late part of the filing. Like, we can't make this up. Where is it at? Right here. Super Microcomputer files delayed earning reports. It's delayed again, but yet this goes up, right? I know there's some people saying that it could get delisted, so there's also that. Guys, smash that like button for me. Smash the like button for me. I'd appreciate it if you did. It would mean a lot. So now it says MicroStrategy. We could talk about that. That's another company. But SMCI surges after CO files long delayed annual quarterly report. So it seems like he did file, right? But it's been delayed and it doesn't look good. They're selling off. So I'd love to know what exactly was filed here. See if we can get a couple of comments. Oh man, he put, it's bad when even an audit firm like BDO, who was charged with corrupt audits multiple times, is forced to give you an adverse opinion. It's all corrupt, right? It's all corrupt. But how do we make money on it, right? How do we benefit off of it and make money just like everyone else? Well, it's simple, right? We take advantage of these moves. We take advantage of the ups and the downs. Celsius. Celsius went up like an insane amount from $21, even just in one day, from 25 to 36, went up 42%. 42%. Very nice. And it actually gave it all back. Testing support at $26. Could it hold? Possibly. Could it push up higher? I don't know. It seems like we're in this like meme stock territory right now where Celsius isn't really a meme stock, but it's trading like one, right? These huge pumps and then the sell off back to where it should be trading at. You have Jet AI, which, I wouldn't say it's a meme stock, but hey, I mean, it played like a meme stock, especially when you look at like AMC when they were really popular and they had a lot of movement. Not so much movement anymore. This thing was trading like insane. Not so much anymore. Meme stock. GME. Same thing. Not only were we able to trade it back in this area, we actually were able to trade it in this area too. It made quite a bit of money back in last year in May 2024, and then gave it all back, right? So it's a meme season. Meme season is out. Look at Tempest AI. Would you say this is just a better version of a meme stock, or is it just me? The pumps, the dumps, the pumps, the dumps. I mean, this thing is wild. But why? Because Nancy Pelosi invested in it. So everyone else thought, hey, well, if she's going to invest in it, I'm going to invest in it too. You get these huge pumps and then these dumps because it's all bullcrap. The company isn't actually able to sustain these newer highs because it's bull. It's all based off of us manipulating the markets, us retailers also pumping these up so high, and then we take our profits. And yeah, it's interesting. I'm loving it. I'm loving this season. I'm loving the markets right now. It's a very interesting time to be alive and to be able to trade these markets. I'm just pumped, guys. I am pumped to be showing up every day and trading these. Still holding. LUNR still holding above 1705, so there's really no point in selling. But hey, I've been burned plenty of times where one red candle turns into one long red candle like this, and you're down or even you're back to break even, or you're even down on your position size. So it's never a bad idea to lock in profits if you are day trading. Now, if you're swing trading, not really necessarily a big deal. You're not going to be worrying about these kind of small intraday moves. If you believe sound can go up to, $20, $22, $25, then definitely, feel like go ahead and hold shares, right? You can hold positions overnight. And honestly, maybe that's what I should have did with the 14 shares I had, right? Sell 100 or sell 50, sell half my position, let the other half ride out, and then we could really maximize our profits. Because it's just going to come back up and test 1720s, 1730s, potentially to make newer highs. And it definitely can. There's nothing saying that it doesn't have to. Bernie, I fumbled with WEBULL paper trading a bit this morning, and I'm green on a few small caps I tried. Lucky. Okay, maybe a little luck. Maybe it's just, the market conditions. But as long as you feel, you said you fumbled, but as long as you managed your risk, you learned something today, then that fumble can actually turn into a lesson, right? Our losses are lessons. We are paying for our education, not only with emotional and mental education, but we're also paying with actual money if you're actually trading with money, right? So that's why it's always important to paper trade. I love that you actually said that you are paper trading today. So that's the best place for anybody to start. And then once you get, consistent, you start building a track record, you start, having more green days than red days over, a few week period, even a couple of months. Then once you're comfortable enough, you feel like you have a really good strategy and trading plan that matches your trading criteria, and you execute well. Then maybe that's when you start going into maybe single share test buys, where you buy one share, right? It's not going to kill you, especially if it's only $17, $20 a share. You buy one and you start test sharing. So you paper trade first, then you do the one share test buys, and then you really start controlling your emotion that way. How do you feel when you lose real money? How do you feel when you make real money? And then you can go to the fact and start raising those shares. Okay, now I'm getting 2 shares. I'm going to buy 5 shares, 10 shares, 20 shares. Before you know it, you have 100 shares. I know people who trade 1,000 shares at a time, even 10,000 shares at a time, because they built that confidence and that track record to trade with the larger dollar amounts. But it all starts with, like you said, paper trading, one share test buying, and building that confidence up. Major, these markets are wild. Start off at the moment. Yeah, it's crazy. December did seem easier, didn't it? Even last year in general, everything seemed easier. And that's also the market cycles, right? The conditions of the market. We need to be aware of when they're overbought and they have more probability of them pulling back than making new highs. We need to understand that as traders as well, right? We can't predict the market, but what we can do is we can do a really good job of playing the direction that the market takes. When the market sells off, then we need to understand where there can be previous support levels. Where was those previous conditions that people began jumping in, right? Right now we're seeing a lot at 500, right? 512, 500. So, I mean, if this goes below 500, then the NASDAQ can definitely be in trouble. We could actually see, significant losses if it goes below 500. But because I don't hold any positions overnight, I'm not invested in anything, and I'm not biased whether it goes up or down. I don't care overall. That actually helps me sleep better at night, and also helps me be cash heavy. So when these moves do play out, we can take advantage, even if it's just a 1 or 2% move, like QQQ went up 1%. So that means TQQQ went up 3%, right? Which means we could have took advantage today being cash heavy and make 2.5%, 3% profit today. Just like we did with the company we traded today, right? LUNR. We are very cash heavy. and we were not biased, you know, we wanted it to go up and it did. So it's interesting. The market conditions are always changing, and we need to be aware of that, and also be able to shift and pivot and move in the direction that the market moves, right? That's why we show up every single day. Every day. It's like the ocean. We want to, or like a heartbeat. We want to understand the heartbeat of the market. And even missing 1 or 2 days in the market, it messes up the entire rhythm of the connection between you and the heartbeat of the market. What are the highs? What are the lows? Did it sell off yesterday? Well, it might rebound today. Are we going to get a 2 or 3 day sell off and then get a huge rally? Or is this the beginning of more, right? So a lot of questions we're constantly asking ourselves as traders and investors. Bernie, I'm learning to place the orders, confused by bid and ask orders, etc. Yes, I agree. Get consistent and grow from there. Bid and ask orders, yep. Get a little bit more familiar with that. If you're trading on a day trading basis, staying in sync with the markets is important. Definitely. Definitely, guys. All right, more questions. You guys have any more questions for me? You guys looking at anything interesting? Let's see, Thursday. Let's give one more update on tomorrow. Exactly what is going to be reported, because I know I mentioned it, but let's just make sure that we're all on the same page, okay? For tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Thursday. So tonight's NVIDIA, guys. So again, tonight, a big one's going to be NVIDIA, Snowflake, AI, Salesforce, Mara, Root. But the biggest one's NVIDIA. That's our market maker. That's the one that's going to determine, hey, are the markets going to push up, or are they going to actually sell off even more? And then tomorrow, we got Norwegian Cruise Lines in the morning, Vistra, GEO, Viatris, TD Banks in the morning, and then after close tomorrow on Thursday, SoundHound, Dell, Clover, a couple of those companies. But the big one will be NVIDIA this week. So I'm excited. If you guys want more updates on all of that, check out our Discord, 100% free, lifetime access. You can get in there and look at my trade ideas, say this live stream ended and I still had a position, I would give you my updates on whether I was adding to my position or getting out for a profit or a loss, give you screenshots on exactly where I bought and sold, share my profits, my losses with you there. And also, we share with you market news. We have a stock bot who gives you daily watch lists at market open and market close. And you can also connect not only with me and ask me questions, but you can talk with a ton of other like-minded individuals such as yourself who just want to do nothing more than learn how to be more consistent in the stock market and make money and profit more consistently. So we have all kinds of people in our Discord, not only people who trade stocks, but we have people who trade futures, options, crypto, and a lot of other things that I might not even be aware of. But this strategy works for pretty much all of those. We're looking for those 3 stages of reversal. I could showcase that to you as well right now. Very simple 3 stages of reversal setup here. Let me go to, was it desktop? Very simple, guys. 3 stages of reversal. You have your rejection period, your consolidation period, and your confirmation period. This area right here is the area of support. We've talked about this a lot on the channel. If you're unfamiliar with support and resistance, moving averages, or say indicators, then definitely check out our Learn to Earn lesson library, where I go over all of these things for you a little bit more in detail, and hopefully that will help you get a little better understanding of exactly what I'm talking about if you feel like you're a little lost. Okay, now again, 3 stages of reversal. During the rejection period of a company, you would not invest in a company that's going down. You would not buy in something that is losing value. So why do it when you trade stocks? So with that said, we're not buying anything. We're only 10 or 20% of our position size would be in this consolidation period. Just imagine this as a stock candlesticks. They're going down. Maybe it's below that support level that it was at. Now it's starting to push up, created a newer support down here. This is where we start adding a few shares. And as it begins to make higher highs and higher lows, pushing up in this 3rd stage right here, confirmation period, there's a lot less risk involved because it's pushing up. And that's when we get serious about loading up. That's why when you see me on our live streams, When it's going up like this, I'm adding 20 shares, 30 shares, 50 shares, 100 shares in this period. When it's consolidating and I'm sure, I'm not really, clear on the direction quite yet, maybe I'm only buying 5 shares, 10 shares, maybe 20 shares tops down in this area of support. So I hope that helps. And moving averages, right? Support and resistance. When our candlesticks are above the moving average, then it's showcasing signs of it being bullish, right? As soon as it crossed over this level, it pushed up. It bounced back, it retested that moving average. Now, if it would have retested this and broke that support, then it would have sold off, just like in this case. But because it supported this level, then it pushed up even higher. Now, once it crosses over or begins to show, again, this is consolidation on the opposite side of the reversal, right? 3 stages of reversal in the opposite side. Once it shows consolidation and it's not making higher highs and it begins to sell off, that's already an indication to sell out and lock in profits. Then once it crosses over that moving average, we get a huge sell signal, and everyone begins to sell because it begins to go down. And then when it goes to test to get back above, like it did in this case, it gets rejected, which indicates more selling pressure. I hope that helps. I love moving averages as far as using them as support and resistance. They help out tremendously for anyone who is just first starting out. And then uptrends, right? Want to make sure that it's trending up and not down. Again, a perfect example of this is LUNR. If we look on the 4 hour, let's look at the 1 hour. If we look at the 1 hour, exactly what we saw, right? Very bullish until it's not. Crosses over that 45-day moving average and it sells off. Sells off, retests, it gets rejected. What happens right here? It doesn't get rejected, indicating it's bullish. Now it starts pushing up. Touches this line, pushes up more. Touches this line, pushes up more, until finally it gets rejected, and now it's below that moving average, and then begins to continue to get rejected. Okay? We never want to invest in a company that's going down. It's very hard to time reversals, so I do want to make that clear. But even with this, even with crowd, obviously it's in a rejection period. We'd never invest in it in a rejection period. Consolidation period, sure, might add a couple shares here. And then now it's in the first stages of a 3-stage of reversal setup on CrowdStrike. Now there's plenty of confirmation that this is now bullish. It's above the moving averages. There's a lot of green. MACD's open. RSI is good. Now this would be a good opportunity to say, hey, this is bullish. I'm going to invest in it. And it's that simple. You set your moving average, you set your stop loss. So if you're buying at 400 and you're comfortable until 395, you set your stop loss at 395. As it continues to push up, maybe it goes up to 410, you set your stop to 405. It goes up to 425, you set your stop at 420. So when it does finally pull back, I hope you guys are enjoying this, honestly. I'm just kind of talking at this point. But, as it begins to go up, then you're just increasing your stop loss, right? Goes up, stop, up, stop, up, stop, up, stop, right? Why invest in something when it's going down? Why? There's no point. Because everyone who bought at 457, anyone who bought even at the 440s, they bought at 440, they said, hey, this is going to be a support level because it was there before. They got burned and they're down 16%. Now, if they're holding, if they didn't sell and they're still holding, they're down 9%. And if this finally decides to go back up to 440, they wasted a week, a month, a year of their time, and they broke even, right? You bought it for, you endured this entire dip, stress and all, just to break even. And maybe you end up selling at break even because you were so grateful that you even got your money back. that you miss the run as it pushes up even higher. And that, my friends, is that something beginner traders do quite often. I know I did when I first started out. So we have to just switch our mentality, right? We want to buy stuff when it's cheap, and we want to buy it when we're showing signs of it going up. Check that out, guys. LUNR, we were waiting to see what LUNR was going to do. That's kind of why I was talking and just kind of helping educate and just, you know, just talk. I appreciate you guys. But LUNR, what did it do? It tested 1730. It even got as high as 17, what is that, 37? 1737 and then got rejected, right? It's still bullish. It's just not getting that crazy big move up that we wanted to see, which is fine, right? Which is completely fine. It's still above those moving averages. Major, what do you think about ANET? I have just taken some off on that one. Oh, shoot. My last lesson covers my ANET answer without even looking at ANET. There we go. Well, hey, I'm glad I could help. I'm glad I could help. We're still going to look at ANET, though. Oh, okay. I see you. I see you. I see why you're looking at it. Oh, beautiful. That is beautiful. It came right back down, tested the moving average, okay? It went a little bit below the moving average. But if it can hold the moving average on a daily, ANET could definitely rebound and recover. I mean, this thing is bullish. Look at this thing. This is what you want to see, right? Every single step up, it never crossed over that moving average, not a single time until recently. So now I can see why you're a bit concerned. 89, well, not concerned, but why you called it out. Now look at this, 89. Let's go 89.50 because it's a psychological round number. 89.60. I didn't mean to hit it. Look at that. If you go to the left. Sorry, guys. I'm a disgusting person. If you go to the left at where this bounced, okay, you wouldn't have seen this bounce probably unless you would have known about it and really looked to the left. But because it's actually showcasing some support at 89.35, 89.50, if you go to the left after creating the line, look at that. Tons of consolidation back in July. Even more consolidation in July. Retest here, got rejected. Like, this was a very strong resistance level. Like, look at that. It could not get above this level for quite some time. And when it finally did get above it, it remained bullish, or it remained as a support, and then it retested that support. This is what's so great about resistance levels that are true, strong resistance levels. They can then turn around and become great support levels for later. Even if it's months down the line or even a year down the line, you know, these support levels do mean something, and patterns do tend to repeat themselves sometimes, right? What we can do is take advantage of these opportunities, right? It doesn't have to go according to plan, but by knowing that, hey, it was at $89, maybe I'm going to buy a little bit, right? I'm going to buy a few shares here. If it pushes up, great. If it sells off to, like, say $89, then obviously, hey, that support was broken. And we need to sell out. We need to get out of our position because it can literally just sell off even more. And there's no stop. If it broke, it can go down to 78. It can go down to 73. It can go down to 59. It can go down to 40. You know what I mean? So that's a true valid support right here. 89.50. And it held. And now it's pushing up. And now it's got that 3 stages of reversal. Beautiful call out. Major. 3 stages of reversal. Very nicely. Now, next stop, $100. We break $100, then we can see this continue to push up even higher to say 110 or even 120. So we're actually going to hold ANET in our stocks 2025. Thank you, Major. Tempest. Again, finding some support at $55. Now creating a resistance at about $68. And overall, LUNR. Let's see. Again, pushing up higher. Still not quite able to get above 1730, but definitely a lot of consolidation in that level. So again, this is where I'm done for the day, right? I got out at this first sign, sold down here, I think at 17, waited just a little longer for that bounce, no bounce, got out. Not a bad trade today at all, guys. So, hey, if that's it for you all, no more questions or anything like that, then we'll probably end up ending the live stream here. Looks like we've been going for about almost an hour. Yeah, about 50 minutes. Not too bad at all. Solid day, up 3% on the day. I may or may not do a recap. I feel like I explained myself pretty well in this live stream, but if I'm up for it, I might still do a recap. Other than that, I appreciate you guys' time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note, and we will see you all in tomorrow morning's live day trading session. Appreciate your time, and you guys have a great rest of your day.